Hey Karen, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. We are here today with Karen Hall from 101 Things. She is a marketing superstar. I love following Karen and looking at everything that she does. And today she's going to talk to us about something that she's absolutely going to be doing for me, which is award submissions. She does this for some very high profile businesses, and she'll talk to us about how it's a great marketing tool, especially in its ability to build your profile and add to your unique selling proposition. And I'm going to ask Karen to introduce herself and tell you a little bit about her.
Thanks, Jenny. So yeah, I'm the founder and chief doer at 101 Things Marketing, and we offer a couple of marketing services specifically around social media management. But one of my passions is ghostwriting award submissions for busy clients. So if you would love to enter awards, and as Jeannie said, particularly to boost your profile and credibility, then you can either write it yourself, but that takes quite a bit of time and effort, or you can get a professional to write it for you, and we offer that service to ghostwrite it. So we're writing it as you, and we do that because you might be a little bit shy around your achievements or just don't have the time and the capacity to do it. We find that just like, you might be drawn to a bottle of wine with award accolades and badges, people are drawn to businesses that are award-winning as well. And there was some research recently that suggested that award-winning companies can increase their sales 39% more than non-award-winning companies. So even the research is telling us what we feel when we see these award badges, etc. as well. So it's super exciting because people love to feel good about their brands. So not only for attracting new clients or prospects to their brands, but also the team feels great when you win an award. So it's about team attraction, team retention, and also about being a great partner. So people will feel good about partnering with you if you're award winning too.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. 39%, holy moly. And I know I've, made an effort to get involved in awards myself. And I've been doing a lot of podcasting, and I just made the most amazing connection. And a piece of that puzzle is the recognition that the awards have given me. So I can totally relate to that. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you get involved with awards, you can really celebrate them at kind of every step. So if you are nominated for an award, you can celebrate that and leverage that on your social media, even if you self-nominate. So you wouldn't go out and say, I self-nominated for this award. You'd say, I'm really proud to be nominated for this award. If you then become a finalist, you can also then go out on social media and in your EDMs, so your electronic direct mails, even on your website, etc. And so so proud to have been selected as a finalist. Then if you win as well, you can also go out and celebrate that. So you've got lots of bites of the cherry. Out of COVID, when we're all out of COVID and we go back to in-person award nights and award events, you can also then leverage photo opportunities, so at the event. So whether that's up on the stage collecting the award, or around people and just showing, the night or the event, etc., and you being celebrated at those. If you don't win at the awards night, you can still congratulate everyone that is a finalist and a winner, and still create that sense and that aura of being part of the best people in your industry as well.
I love that part of the best people in your industry. That's really cool. And I can see how, because I know social media strategy is a part of what you do. So, and listening to all that, as someone who does bookkeeping, not social media strategy, but I love it. And, I read about it all the time, but I can see how that links so much through to that award submissions, because you can then educate business owners on how to leverage that through socials, which is amazing.
Yeah, socials, even think about your email signatures. So I think, Jeannie, you do this well. So if you become a finalist or an award winner, put on your email signatures, certainly put it on your websites. So we write awards for a cybersecurity company in New York, and they've just in the last year got 12 finalists or nominations, and the credibility and authority that is achieved for them on their websites. They're raising capital funding at the moment, so they put that in all of their prospectuses, press releases. So, press releases and beyond. Even LinkedIn does really, it's an amazing thing to share out on LinkedIn, plus all of the backlinks you get because you are appearing on all of these awards sites, websites as well. So you are being named as finalists and winners, and your name is appearing on all of these award sites throughout the world too. So there's a lot of leverage from that. And if you are really tricky, you can link back from those awards sites back to your LinkedIn page under a section called publications. And that provides you with up to 7 times the ability to be found in search. So it's LinkedIn's own statistic, but if you add the publications section in LinkedIn, you can be found up to 7 times more than if you don't have publications there. And being found on awards websites gives you an easy publications link. So it all wraps up together. It's incredibly powerful.
Yeah, and you can help everyone with that, can't you? That social media side of it. Yeah, we love doing that, and it's, as you said, it's a really great conduit and great fit with award submission writing. Yeah, amazing. And what about and you and I talked about this recently. It's kind of like when you say, well, which awards should I go for? Are awards all created equal, And we talked about the fact that, people's attention is not, they don't have a great attention span, and they see this flash of an award and it's immediately credible. So there's a lot of value in all different types of awards. But how do you help business owners decide what to go for and that kind of thing?
Yeah, so normally we would suggest, if they haven't started on the awards journey yet, to start within their industry. So if you're in financial services, start within financial services, or local business awards as well can be really powerful. So we've recently helped a guy in the Monash Council in Victoria win an amazing Monash Local Business Award for entrepreneurship. But also he's been winning awards within his industry. And then from there you can kind of branch out, but that's where I would normally start. Don't be put off if you're a small business just starting out. We've helped business owners from literally garage startups win over 20 awards in the last couple of years. So there are always newcomer categories, or they're generally newcomer categories, right through to the kind of big end of town. So people can definitely get in touch with us, and we can do some research. If we don't already know about the awards in their industry, we've got a whole library of awards for a lot of different industries, from, as I said, cybersecurity to vets to more general awards around customer service. So a great example at the moment is the Australian Achiever Awards. And if you just Google Australian Achiever Awards, it'll come up. But there are categories open for the whole of next year, broken down by industry. And that one's based on customer service. So you don't have to be showing massive growth year on year if that's not where your business is at right now. But it's based on customer service, and they actually phone your customers and ask for feedback based on these specific rankings. So there's everything from customer experience and customer service related categories right through to kind of fast growth categories. And we would just assess with you, similarly that you do, Jeannie, diagnostics. Yes. For your clients. We would do a bit of a diagnostic on what's happening for a client's business, whether they're looking for fast growth awards or whether it's more customer service or local, or there's some other genres in there, and recommend some awards for them to prioritise for the coming year. We'd also then recommend that we put together a calendar of those for the year, and then just of all of the possibles, and then prioritize the ones that we want to hit up, because it wouldn't be much fun to miss out on an award just because you didn't know it and it closed next week, for example. Yes, yeah.
This is so interesting and so much stuff that I need too. All right. And anything else that you can tell us about the process, or any tips or hacks or anything like that?
Yeah, so the first one is, as I mentioned, getting together a calendar for next year so that you can prioritise the best ones to go for, and we can certainly help with that. The second one, and if you're writing it yourself as well, as obviously get prepared, but the second one is, we particularly write around the 3 S's. So the first one is storytelling. You can imagine a poor judge sitting there poring over 100 or more submissions. The thing that's going to stand out is a very a personality-driven one. So tell stories about your clients. So Jeannie recently told me a story about a particular client that she helped go from here to here, and the exact details of how she helped a client and remediate their business from losing money to making a profit of $85,000 per month net profit. So storytelling around your client successes is really, really important, because that's why we're in business. The second one is specific. So be really specific about the examples. So that's the second S. Don't stop at motherhood statements about, our customer service is great. Give really specific examples around that. And the third one is statistics. So wherever you can, quantify your claims with statistics, whether that be growth statistics, or, as I said before, Jeannie's case study of zero profit for a client to helping them make $85,000 net profit a month, up to $1 million net profit business in a year from previously losing money. Those kind of statistics are really, really important, because they give credence to your claims and they prove out the claims. You don't just leave the judge going, well, I think that's good, but I don't know. Yeah. So lots of storytelling, very specific with every example that you give, and lots of statistics to back up all of your claims. What we do, Jeannie, is we actually interview our clients to get that out of them, because you're busy in your business. Every business owner is busy in their business, and they'll forget the great client success that only happened last week or last month. And sometimes these award periods run for the whole of last year. So unless someone, kind of once removed, and it can be a team member, is asking you to think back that long, you might miss that story. So we interview them and we ask kind of the questions behind the questions. So if you are doing it internally, certainly get someone to kind of interview and really push and drive for those really specific stories and successes. And the other tip is that sometimes a question can be asked, there can be multiple parts of one question. So make sure you answer the multiple parts of each question. Don't just answer the first part, because you'll be marked down if you don't answer the second part.
Oh,
yeah?
Okay.
So a question can be multifaceted, and it can ask 2 or 3 things in one question. You have to answer every component part of that. Otherwise, a question can be worth 15 points, and you've answered the first part and you get 5, but you won't get the last 5, the last 10, if it was broken down into 5, 5, and 5. So you need to read the question really carefully and answer every single part of it.
Okay, that's so interesting. Yeah, I can see how it would be tricky to DIY a little and not miss some of these.
Yeah, well, it's something that we've learned certainly over 7 years of writing them, and we have checklists that we go through to kind of quality check everything. And I was just looking up the link. We've got a scorecard, like a quiz.
Okay.
We can give people, and the reason I love it, it's free to take, but the reason I love it is that with every question, it gives you a judge's hint. So why we're asking the question is what the judges are looking for. So it's 101 things, 101 things, awards.scoreapp.com. and I'll send that through to Jeannie and make it available. But 101thingsawards.scoreapp.com. 10 questions, but the thing I love about it, so you'll get a score at the end in terms of how awards ready you are. But the thing I love about it as well is for every question, there's a judge's hint about, why that question was important to know and to answer.
Right. Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That'll be so good for anyone to do. For me, I feel like I just want to use Karen. And I'm such a controlling copywriter. I love writing. Always have, and I love copywriting. But this is just next level. And then I guess also the importance of what you get out of it. So the difference between a good award submission, which I feel like I could write a good submission, and a great submission, can probably be the difference between being nominated, being a finalist, and then being a winner. So I guess I really can see that now. Yeah.
Well, the other great leverage point for if you've written a submission is that you can then so please do keep a copy. Don't just type it straight into the awards portal, because you then have to rely on them sending you back a copy of their goodwill. So definitely, keep a copy and do your drafts in either Google Docs or Word or something like that. So you've always got a copy, because then you can leverage that into socials. So, take a snippet, take one of those stories that we were talking about, and use it on social media, or use it in your email marketing, or use it on your website, because you've already written it, you've already invested the time, or paid a professional to do it. So you can, almost make them standalone. So just by changing the intro and the outro, make it standalone and then reuse it. You've invested the time or the money if you're using a professional writer to do it. And then we did this recently for a client, and he got 7 social media captions, which he then, put a photo to, and out he goes. So that's, 7 lots of articles or captions that he didn't have to think about again.
Yeah, I was actually wondering about that content repurposing when you were talking about that, because it did sound like what you collect is really powerful, and then being able to reuse that is amazing, because creating content is really time consuming, let alone creating great content.
Yeah, so some of it's not suitable, when you have to talk up your volumes or your growth, that kind of thing, but a lot of it will be, and that's the client stories and the successes and the difference you've made. So you do have to be a little bit discerning about what you repurpose, but the majority of it will be available.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah. And so you mentioned a business was it New York that you did some work with?
Yes.
Yeah. And any other standout clients that you could think about, whether they were a startup or an existing business, where the award submissions made that difference?
So I think I mentioned before, just a garage startup in Fin Services, and he's now won 20 awards with us over the last 5 years, but also that doesn't count all of the finalists. He's also finalist badges that he's also won with us. So he literally started business in his garage. I'm not joking there. And he started with newcomer awards. So, the very, fresh into industry awards, and he's now gone on to win the biggest awards in his industry, and repeatedly. So that he knows and he understands the value of profile, credibility. He's the best people at this then go on to get a lot of podcast exposure through the awards, a lot of editorial. So the benefits of this are well beyond just the badge. They get called up, as I said, for podcasts, for editorial, for local editorial as well. So we've had those. We've had the very big, venture capital, cybersecurity companies, as I said, in the US. Quite a few New Zealand companies, which is great for us, because some of our team is from New Zealand as well. So that's a nice kind of connection to home. And everything else in between, from diamond jewellery companies that offer the most exceptional customer service, and they've won some very, very big My Business awards, so Optus My Business awards for customer service, right through to I think legal awards and everything else that you can kind of imagine. We love writing women's awards as well. So Women in Finance Awards, we just won one with a client this week. I think it was announced, and there are very specific awards like that, and then there are your very kind of more general awards into industry too. So the type of clients that we love working with are the ones that understand the power of profile, but then also understand the ongoing benefits of editorial and podcasts, and kind of growing their own profile off the back of that, because that just explodes the power of it beyond the badge.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. And so for those who would love to work with you, which I feel like there's lots and lots of people that I know that will, how will they get in touch with you?
Yeah, so you can jump on our website. So it's 101things.net.au, so 101things.net.au, or take, as I said, the Scorecard app. So it's 101thingsawards.scoreapp.com, or just email me, so Karen@101things.net.au. And Jenny, you can make those contact details available.
I will.
I'll also send you through our award-winning ebooks, how to write award-winning submissions. If people also want to DIY, there's lots of tricks specifically around, the preparedness, the 3 S's that we talked about earlier, and then how to leverage as well. So lots of leverage tips.
That's so amazing. I encourage everyone to do it. I know for me it's been great, and I'm 100% engaging, Karen, especially now, this is coming into the next year. It's perfect. But I would love to see all my clients and my business buddies be able to introduce themselves as an award-winning plumber, marketing agency, award-winning electrician, all of these things, so that it really just levels up who you are and why someone should work with you. So I think that's really exciting. Yeah,
it really can differentiate you and make you the darling of your industry or your niche. Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for sharing that amazing information. It was so good. You enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Thanks so much.